1987 have India registered a victory over Australia at this stage of a World Cup tournament. Let's review this victory with Zahir Khan and Robin Uthappa. 352 was always going to be a comfortable cushion, but Australia pushed them. But I think India didn't mind being pushed because they had to bowl and field well, and they did.
I think you termed it right. They had enough of a cushion, and I thought they bowled really well. Especially the fast bowlers bowled extremely well at the top 15 overs, and then well supported by our spinners as well. And I was very happy to see Bhuvi getting wickets, getting 3 for 50 and going off at only 5 runs an over. I think that was fantastic for India.
Certainly have. I mean, overall, as a bowling unit, they'd be happy with it. Maybe they tell themselves 20-30 runs less, but nonetheless, the cushion was important again.
They'll be very happy with it because for the simple fact that they looked in control throughout the game. Like you look at the bowling as well. Even if they didn't get those wickets which we were talking about, those first 2 wickets overseas conditions which they've been ticking that box so nicely, today that didn't happen. But at no stage they looked like they were rushed. They were the bowling side which were ticking many boxes. They were very disciplined, and the fact that the conditions after winning the toss, batting first, there was a perfect call. Utilizing these conditions in the second innings, I think you have to give it to the spinners as well, who controlled the game in the middle phase beautifully. And then for someone like Bhuvneshwar, who took those 2 wickets at the back end of the innings when it really mattered, when they were looking to take that charge, and things looked like, oh, maybe is it heading towards that kind of a finish.
And Bumrah had gone for a few at the other end.
Absolutely, but I mean, that was expected. But I think what happened was Australian batsmen left too much work to do too late. So it was a scenario where the runs required were too many. The intent in the middle overs was not shown, even though they were getting those partnerships. What Australians did well was making sure that the start was good. The partnerships did happen. There were 270-run partnerships which were required to chase down this kind of total. But what was missing was that intent. I think when Finch was batting, he was showing that positive intent. That didn't happen when Finch departed. Warner needed to take control at that stage and make sure that Smith is just knocking it around, taking that time in the middle. But that aggressive intent in the middle phase was missing, and that's why they couldn't really get on top of Indian spinners in the middle overs. And I felt Hardik Pandya was another bowler, who stood up. I think today it was important that once you get that kind of a start from Bumrah and Bhuvi, to then later on, to back it up, to create that stage where Chahal comes in that ideal scenario, isn't it? Virat has been banking on that fact that, Chahal comes in around closer to 20th over and not bowling too soon. In which case Chahal would have bowled soon when bowlers were under pressure and he had to bring his best bowler. But I think on the whole, Virat Kohli was superb with, rotation of the bowlers. He was just, so to me, that was the highlight of the match. Like, ticking that box of winning the toss, batting first, positive move, having a clinical performance with the bat, top 3 contributing, putting pressure on bowlers, and then bowlers coming in and doing that job so beautifully with the discipline which was required, keeping the calm, holding the nerves, and making sure that each individual does that job well. Energy in the field was also fantastic. You look at the last 10 overs. You had 4 overs of Bumrah. You had 3 overs of Bhuvneshwar, you had 2 overs of Chahal, and you had 1 overs option between Hardik and Kuldeep. So that's something, that's something which I liked. Like, as a captain, you had all your resources there, your main bowlers, which you can rotate around. So you don't have to bowl Bumrah 4 overs in a row. In 10 overs, you can split those overs as well and attack with Bumrah up front. So even if Maxwell was staying there for another over or so, you would have seen Bumrah coming back, using those into the wicket slower ones, which Bhuvi also used beautifully. So that's something, that's how the game goes.